Hi, and welcome back to No Cabin Fever today. With us today is Kristján from Servado, and he will tell us a little bit about Servado Portals and how to capitalize on the Jira investment for non-technical teams. So without further ado, Kristján, the stage is yours.
Thank you. So welcome to this No Cabin Fever today presentation. Hope you guys are all doing well and keeping healthy. As Daniel said, my name is Kristján Geir Mathiesen, and my role is a Customer Success Manager at Orgo. Orgo is the creator of Tempo Timesheets and Tempo Planner. And these two pictures are taken not too far apart. Jira, as we all know, is a wonderful and very powerful engine that is super customizable and extensible. Those of us that have used Jira know this, and we totally love it. We absolutely adore Jira. However, for non-technical teams, Jira is not a very inviting place. The interface is not very intuitive. It's hard to know which project to choose and which issue types to choose. And even if I, as a non-technical user, manage to create a ticket, I can't find it because it just disappeared. And the list goes on, fields, etc. So it's not a very inviting place for non-technical users. Enter Servado to the rescue. We at Orgo, we like to look at enterprise service management as a threefold mission. Firstly, business support, where you find legal, HR, employee services like PTO or vacation, etc. Then there's customer service, providing customers with support in connection with some product or service. And then, of course, the third one is IT service. Doing all of this while using the wonderful Jira as the back end. We'll be focusing on the first one, the business support, and the last one, the IT service, in this demo. And this one is just a little overview how you connect the three into the Servado. Now let's see how this would work. In this demo that we're going to be watching, we are going to see two personas and follow them through their day. Let me switch over to this screen here. So let's start with Kristján. So this is the portal that he would log into. So this interface, which lies on top of Jira, is organized into tiles and tabs. So the first thing that we can see, Kristján sees as he logs in, is that the ISP galactic data is down due to a network problem. So we have an announcement here for the end user to tell them what is going on. A nice little banner that can be changed. And this banner can be used in every one of those tabs, different according to the tabs. One of the things that Kristján can do, he can create a ticket. So he has a problem with printing. He can't print, and he thinks it's a hardware problem, so he creates a ticket, clicks on submit, gets this little banner here, and he can click on that one to see the issue in full screen view. And as you can see, those that know Jira, we have the ticket number here and some of those Jira fields. And then if we go back, one of the problems that non-technical teams have is, where did my ticket go? Where can I find it? Well, under the tile, My Issues, we can see that Can't Print Ticket, ITSM 82 has been created. So here, if Kristján forgot to add some other additional comments, none of my printers. He can do that by sending a comment, or he can attach a file, screenshot, or some picture. And as we can see, the comment has been captured. So it's an easy way to navigate if we look at those tiles. Excuse me. And they also lead the non-technical users onto the right issue type or right project. These tiles can actually create an issue in any project in Jira. It's not fixed on one. Also, if you look at the form, the forms can be adjusted by the administrator. They don't have to have summary and description. We can change the name of the fields, and we can also auto-populate or pre-populate behind the curtains. Another way a non-technical user can interact with the support team is through integration with Intercom or live chat or some other third-party chat vendors. So this is Very easy to set up, no coding required, only configuration. Now, if Kristján wants to go and see the handbooks for the company, you can find them here, employee handbook or training or some other, and it will just open up. And this is obviously the ultimate handbook of all employees. You can also wander to the employee services. Remember the threefold mission of the enterprise service management. And here, you can apply for a fitness grant or reimbursement for travel costs, or you can apply for vacation time. He just sets in the date he's going to start his vacation, June 1st. He's going to be there the whole week, and then assigns it to his manager, who will then get a ticket in Jira that needs to be approved and then can be processed onward. So other company or employee services can be added here as well to make it easier for the non-technical user to use Jira. Because again, if you remember, in the back end, we have Jira running its powerful engine and doing all the ticketing, but we just wanted the front end to be a more user-friendly and easier navigation for those non-technical teams. And then you could also add, for example, some announcements. The company annual party is coming up. Remember to sign up and let us know if you're bringing a +1 or not, and have some other fun things that are happening. If you have many tabs and tiles, then the search can be very useful. For example, if Kristján needed to do his security training, you just search for it and find the tile, and then go into the tile and do his training. So this is Kristján, who is a project manager. So he has a kind of basic role in the company, and these could be the tabs that he will be using on a day-to-day basis. But let's log him out. Oh, another feature, of course, is that when you have users that log in, they have some attributes, which we call claims, and those can be displayed in the upper right-hand corner. For example, Kristján's employee number is 007, and he can also go into settings and decide if he wants notifications to be enabled or not, and change his password if he's logging in as a local user. Servado only requires one system user to connect with Jira. And then that one system user will take care of processing all the requests that go back and forth. And there's my holiday ticket that I applied for. As you can see, it's the portal user on behalf of Kristján that is performing this operations. Servado could also be connected with via SAML through ADFS, Windows Active Directory. And the same thing there, you get the claims or the attributes coming over. Well, let's log out Kristján, and let's switch over to Rosinda. So Rosinda is a manager, and as we can see now that she is seeing additional 2 tabs, statistics and HR. So these tabs can be access controlled by any attribute of the user, either using a group or an email address or however you want to set it up. So she can see additionally, she can see statistics and in some sort, which again, these are just JQLs that run into or go fetch in the Jira backend. So they're easily customizable, and all this is really just set up by the Jira administrator, the way he wants to have it look. And then since Rosinda is a manager, hiring manager, she gets the HR tab, where she can hire or fire, I guess, employees. So let's say that Rosinda wants to hire an exceptional talent, and that's going to be Emily Blunt. She's going to reside in Hollywood, and she's probably going to need a chair and a desk. And then she is Apple type of girl, close, and just one screen. These fields here can be either Jira custom fields, or Jira system fields, or they could be Servado custom fields. And Servado custom fields do not reside in Jira. Jira doesn't know about them, so it doesn't tax the Jira system. And then she clicks on submit. She's sending in. So this issue has been created. We can see that here again, like we did earlier. And we can see that the results of these fields was piped into the description field. Now we will go into Jira backend and log in and see how the support team would look at this. Again, remember, Servado is mainly the interface for the end user to make it easier to create tickets and manage your tickets. Mind you, we've had a lot of the non-technical users using the Servado interface because it often is faster to create the ticket there, even though they're very accustomed to Jira. But as we can see, we have 6 tickets that were created with this one submit. We have the HR40, which is the main ticket, but then we have these other 5 that were created in different projects. All of them are linked together, as we can see here. So the HR employee can just go on to HR40 to get the overview of what is happening. You can see the status of the other tickets since they're linked together. They're all in the to-do status, obviously, because they just got created. But then he or she gets the information here. Now, one of the things that we can do behind the curtains is that we can auto-populate fields. Remember how I mentioned that the employee number is up here. Rosinda has 001. We can see this customer field on the right side. This is a custom field that comes with Servado that picks up the claims or the attributes of the user and then auto-populates them on the ticket. So it does that for us. And then, of course, we have the tickets below here that we can go in easily and see what was requested. We could have taken also dynamically information from the form as Rosinda was creating this ticket and put them into these other tickets. So these tickets are not subtasks, they're just additional tickets. For example, this one is in the IT acquisition project, and the issue type is IT equipment. In this instance, we had pre-populated text, both for summary and description. But like I said earlier, we could have done something different. We could have had the dynamic text. We could have also just sent an email. For example, if our Apple supplier does not have access to a Jira system or doesn't have Jira, then we could just send an email instead of creating a ticket with the information. And then, of course, these other tickets link back to the parent ticket. So, yeah. So we go back here to the portal, and we can see again, this is just another way to skin or to abstract, if you like, Jira to make it easier for non-technical teams to use your existing Jira investment. If you've already bought the Jira licenses and you're having a hard time getting the non-technical users to use Jira, then this is a beautiful way to help them along the way. Notice here that I used a different banner in the HR than I did in the IT help. So that pretty much concludes my demo. There's of course a lot of other things behind the curtain that are happening. These tiles can have about 10 different actions. I've demonstrated 4 of them, 5 of them. It's my issues, displaying issues, creating an issue, the live chat, statistics, the links in the handbooks. So these are all configured as tiles, even though they don't necessarily look like tiles. And the company announcements, where we have the iframe embedded fields.
Thank you very much, Kristján. This was a very nice way of accessing Jira and Jira issues for non-technical users. So if there's any questions, please use the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. And Kristján will be happy to answer them live, I suppose.
Yes. So while we're waiting for questions, these are just some of the behind the curtains, the automation, the and some of the features that I kind of mentioned in the browse. But yes, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
And while we wait for questions coming in, otherwise, if there's no questions, I'd like to thank you very much for the demonstration. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and I hope to see you back tomorrow for another interesting talk at No Cabin Fever today.
Thank you, Daniel, for this. Appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you very much. Take care.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.